actually titled this particular segment, Please Sir, Can I Come Home? As ever, we're talking about the former royal called Prince Harry. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me. You all right? Yes, not bad, thank you. Yeah, that was one of the biggest shocks, wasn't it, when you think about it with Prince Harry? Because, you know, a lot of people felt, and indeed, you know, were kind of irked by the fact that Harry and Meghan were allowed to keep their London home, the Frogmore Cottage thing, that apparently Oprah Winfrey couldn't believe they were living in. When you see those pictures, I find that really distasteful, don't you? Because it is a wonderful place. And as I said, tightened security, wonderful grounds, historical grounds, all of that sort of stuff. Never enough, clearly, for Meghan Markle. She wanted Windsor Castle alongside the Queen. Queen too savvy, not having it. You get the picture. But you see, then the bombshell came after Spare that His Majesty the King decided that he wanted to pull back and have Frogmore Cottage. But as I told you at the time, there's a bigger picture to that. William and Catherine partly live in Windsor when they're doing their royal duties and stuff like that. They don't need to be full of anxiety as they step out and wonder, are, you know, Meghan and Harry going to be trotting around, pushing a pram? Yes, and you know, whatever's happening, you know what I mean? It's just not nice for them, is it? Let's be honest. So you can understand why His Majesty the King said no. But according to a very well-placed source, an excellent source in fact, Harry really, upon his return back here to the United Kingdom, wanted to talk about having the home back because obviously His Majesty the King, in Harry's eyes, hadn't done anything with it. And why couldn't they have it as a sort of semi-permanent home here in the UK? Forgetting, of course, that Meghan Markle doesn't want to come to the UK. Apparently part of the reason as well that Harry wanted to have this conversation was simply to point out that Meghan feels insecure coming back to perhaps a private members club, a hotel. They have no permanent residence now in the United Kingdom. And of course, Harry would be using the lure, as ever allegedly, of his two children, should and whenever they return back. That opportunity to discuss the return back to Frogmore wasn't offered, simply because he never got to that point. Majesty the King very swiftly decided that he was going to be too busy. A very clever move, some people might suspect. As for Harry, though, he's not given up and wants the opportunity to discuss furthermore what's happening to Frogmore and whether they can, in fact, in the fullness of time, return to Frogmore as their full-time home. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.